The mysteries of space have captivated humanity for centuries, inspiring wonder, curiosity, and a deep sense of awe. From the mysterious depths of distant galaxies to the perplexing phenomena observed within our own solar system, the universe is teeming with unanswered questions and unexplained phenomena waiting to be discovered. Among the countless digital individuals who traverse online forums and communities, there exists a subgroup known as Anonymous, a loosely organized collective of individuals who operate under a veil of secrecy, often sharing cryptic messages and intriguing discoveries that capture the imagination of curious minds worldwide. One such mysterious revelation surfaced when an anonymous member purportedly posted a photograph of a black triangle UFO captured by the camera on board the International Space Station. This photograph, shrouded in secrecy and speculation, ignited a flurry of debate and speculation among UFO enthusiasts. The photograph, allegedly leaked by an anonymous insider with access to classified information, depicted a triangular object hovering against the backdrop of the Earth's curvature as seen from the vantage point of the International Space Station. The object appeared to possess a distinct geometric structure, with 3 prominent vertices and a sleek metallic exterior that gleamed in the sunlight. Its precise nature and origin remained a subject of intense speculation, prompting a wide array of theories and conjectures. One prevailing theory suggested that the black triangle UFO was of extraterrestrial origin, piloted by advanced beings from distant star systems. Proponents of this theory pointed to the object's unconventional shape and apparent ability to maneuver in Earth's atmosphere with unparalleled agility, a feat beyond the capabilities of conventional aircraft or human-made spacecraft. Others speculated that the black triangle UFO might be a classified military craft developed by one of the world's superpowers. This theory posited that governments had achieved significant advancements in aerospace technology, culminating in the creation of highly secretive reconnaissance vehicles capable of stealthy surveillance and reconnaissance missions. As the photograph circulated across online forums and social media platforms, it sparked fervent debate and analysis from amateur sleuths and seasoned UFO researchers alike. Some scrutinized the image for signs of digital manipulation or tampering, searching for telltale signs that could validate or debunk its authenticity. Others delved into historical records and eyewitness testimonies, seeking parallels with previous sightings of triangular UFOs reported around the world. Various theories have emerged to elucidate the sighting of the triangle-shaped object near the International Space Station. Skeptics often propose that the object might have been a satellite or space debris, casting doubt on the notion of an otherworldly origin. However, what distinguishes this particular sighting is the precise geometry of the object, a perfect equilateral triangle. This symmetry challenges the notion of random space debris, raising questions about the likelihood of natural processes leading to such a configuration. Moreover, the apparent movement and behavior of the object diverge from the typical patterns of known space objects. The triangle-shaped object resonates within the broader context of humanity's quest to uncover the existence of advanced life. Advancements in space exploration, such as the discovery of exoplanets within habitable zones and the study of extremophiles on Earth, have fueled hopes that life might exist beyond our planet. The sighting near the International Space Station adds to the mosaic of anomalies that beckon us to explore the possibility of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. Yet, this pursuit is not without its challenges. The vastness of space, the limitations of technology, and the constraints of human perception present formidable obstacles. While the triangle-shaped object near the International Space Station may capture our attention, it is only a singular instance among a myriad of potential phenomena that elude our understanding. In the case of the triangle-shaped object near the space station, a careful analysis of the available data is crucial. Rigorous scrutiny of the photograph, assessment of potential natural or human-made origins, and collaboration among experts in relevant fields are essential steps toward unraveling the mystery. If the object indeed defies conventional explanation, it might prompt further inquiries into the nature of space, the possibilities of advanced technology, and the intricate relationships between our planet and the cosmos. The strange connection between unidentified objects and the International Space Station has captured the attention of researchers, space enthusiasts, and the general public alike. This intriguing phenomenon has given rise to countless speculations about the motives and interests of these mysterious visitors. One prevailing theory is that unidentified objects are attracted to the International Space Station due to its technological significance. The space station represents a pinnacle of human achievement in space exploration, a symbol of our scientific progress and capabilities. It's possible that these advanced visitors are drawn to our most advanced space station to study our technological prowess and gauge our level of advancement as a species. The International Space Station orbits Earth, providing a vantage point that offers a unique perspective on our planet. Unidentified objects could be observing human activities from this vantage point, gathering information about our activities, infrastructure, and environmental changes. If these visitors are indeed more technologically advanced, they might consider the space station an ideal location for covert surveillance and observation. The proximity of the International Space Station to Earth's orbit makes it an accessible point of contact for any advanced civilizations that may be monitoring our activities. It's conceivable that these visitors are attempting to establish a form of communication or contact with humans by interacting with the space station. The space station is inhabited by astronauts from different countries, conducting scientific research and experiments in microgravity. Advanced visitors could be genuinely curious about our presence in space, seeking to understand the motivations behind human space exploration and the potential impact on the universe. Some speculative theories propose that unidentified objects could be harvesting energy from the space station or utilizing its technology for their own purposes. If these beings possess advanced propulsion systems or require specific energy sources, the International Space Station could serve as a convenient resource. The space station orbits Earth in close proximity to a significant amount of space debris. Some researchers suggest that unidentified objects might be interested in observing the interactions between the space station and the debris, which could shed light on our approach to space management and debris mitigation. SpaceX's Starship spacecraft and Super Heavy rocket, known collectively as Starship, are an innovative and incredibly advanced transportation system engineered with the purpose of facilitating the transportation of both crew members and cargo to various destinations, including Earth's orbit, the Moon, Mars, and even beyond. What sets Starship apart is its revolutionary design, which allows for complete reusability, thus reducing the financial and logistical burdens associated with space travel. Starship is an engineering marvel and holds the distinction of being the most potent launch vehicle ever created, boasting a remarkable capability to carry an impressive payload of up to 150 metric tons, ensuring cost-effectiveness and efficiency by maximizing the utilization of its reusable components. Today, SpaceX's awe-inspiring Starship and Super Heavy booster successfully launched into the skies, lifting off from their Starbase test and manufacturing facility in Boca Chica. On the shores of South Padre Island, just a short distance from Boca Chica, an impressive crowd gathered in the early morning hours to witness a remarkable event unfold. The atmosphere was filled with anticipation and excitement as hundreds of spectators eagerly awaited the momentous launch. With bated breath, they watched as the vibrant glow emitted by the 33 powerful first-stage Raptor engines of the Starship pierced through the billowing cloud of exhaust, marking the beginning of a monumental journey. Rising to an astounding height of almost 400 feet, the Starship stands as a testament to human engineering prowess. Its sheer magnitude and unparalleled power make it the largest and mightiest rocket ever constructed. Its imposing presence at the Starbase launch pad is a sight that can be admired from miles away, a towering symbol of technological advancement and human ambition. This test flight marked the second attempt at launching the fully integrated Starship, comprising the Super Heavy first-stage booster and the Starship upper-stage spacecraft. The initial launch, which took place on April 20th this year, did not achieve the same level of success as the recent endeavor. In April, the Starship launch encountered a setback, resulting in a self-destruct command being activated about 4 minutes into the flight. During the incident in April, one of the contributing factors to the unexpected disassembly of the Starship was the failure in the separation of its two stages. Today, during the launch, the momentous event of Starship's stage separation took place perfectly on schedule, precisely 2 minutes and 41 seconds after liftoff. This critical procedure seemed to unfold seamlessly, indicating the precision and expertise of the launch team. During the recent launch, an intriguing development occurred, as individuals on social media claimed to have witnessed an unidentified flying object in close proximity to the Starship. What makes this even more peculiar is that it is not the first instance where enigmatic objects have been observed near SpaceX rockets. This phenomenon has attracted considerable attention and sparked curiosity among the public. Delving deeper into this intriguing occurrence and listening to eyewitness accounts helps shed light on the ongoing mystery surrounding these unidentified aerial phenomena. In the past few years, there has been a growing number of reports about unidentified flying objects being observed near SpaceX launches. This phenomenon has added a captivating aspect to the continuous exploration of outer space. These reports have sparked curiosity and speculation among researchers and enthusiasts alike, prompting further investigation into the nature and origins of these mysterious aircrafts. The unidentified object that was observed in close proximity to the Starship megarocket exhibited a triangular configuration and seemed to maintain a consistent path, prompting speculation regarding the plausibility of this occurrence. This situation has piqued curiosity among individuals who are intrigued by the mechanics of such a phenomenon, prompting questions about the factors influencing its trajectory and the potential implications it may hold. Triangle UFOs, also known as black triangles, are a specific category of unidentified flying objects that stand out due to their unique triangular form. These triangular-shaped unidentified objects have garnered significant attention within the broader UFO phenomenon. Numerous witnesses have provided their accounts of these phenomena, consistently describing them as sizable, shadowy, and eerily quiet. These enigmatic objects exhibit a triangular shape, with lights conveniently located at the three corners of the triangular formation. Reports of triangle-shaped unidentified objects have surfaced in numerous regions across the globe, encompassing both the United States and regions in Europe and Asia. When it comes to triangle-shaped unidentified flying objects, their ability to hover silently in the sky, maneuver with remarkable agility, and accelerate rapidly stands out as one of their most prominent and intriguing features. Witnesses who have had the first-hand experience of observing these objects have consistently described them as defying the laws of physics, showcasing flight capabilities that far exceed those of any known aircraft manufactured by humans. Numerous instances of these enigmatic black triangle objects have been recorded throughout various space missions. Individuals dedicated to examining the live footage from the International Space Station's cameras have reported witnessing triangular-shaped unidentified flying objects in close proximity to the space station. This phenomenon has sparked intrigue and curiosity within the scientific community and among space enthusiasts, as these mysterious triangular entities continue to leave a lasting impression on those who observe them. Triangle-shaped unidentified flying object sightings have garnered considerable attention and have been documented by individuals across various backgrounds, ranging from ordinary civilians to experienced pilots and even military personnel. These reports, which include detailed eyewitness testimonies, consistently highlight specific features and characteristics of these triangular aircrafts. Witnesses frequently detail their experiences with triangular-shaped unidentified flying objects, which frequently involve remarkably close encounters, often occurring within a mere distance of a few hundred feet from the actual object. These individuals vividly describe these enigmatic constructs as immense and commanding, casting an eerie, almost haunting shadow as they glide effortlessly through the sky. One notable characteristic frequently mentioned by eyewitnesses is the presence of luminous lights positioned at each vertex of these triangular unidentified objects, illuminating the surrounding area and adding to the overall mystique of the sightings. One aspect that is particularly captivating about these reported sightings is the notable absence of any sound emanating from the triangular-shaped unidentified flying objects. Witnesses consistently describe these craft as completely silent, challenging the conventional understanding of propulsion systems utilized in conventional aircraft. In the realm of SpaceX launches, there has been growing intrigue surrounding reported UFO sightings, leading to a deeper exploration of the mysterious nature and source of these unidentified flying objects. As SpaceX endeavors to push the boundaries of space exploration, The presence of these unidentified objects has led many to say that more investigations are needed. Numerous individuals who were present at the scene have provided detailed accounts of observing dazzling illuminations, unorthodox flight trajectories, and perplexing maneuvers, all contributing to the accumulation of substantial anecdotal proof. For centuries, humans have harbored a profound fascination with the exploration of the vast cosmos. Throughout history, our ancestors would often gaze up into the heavens, captivated by what lay beyond our earthly realm. Thanks to notable advancements and breakthroughs in technology and scientific understanding, the realm of space travel has become more accessible than ever before. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, renowned for its remarkable contributions and countless discoveries, holds an esteemed position as one of the world's most prestigious research agencies and trailblazers in space exploration. Since embarking on its maiden voyage, NASA has witnessed a myriad of technological advancements and groundbreaking findings facilitated by its dedicated team of researchers. One of the intriguing topics that has sparked widespread discussion revolves around a classified Apollo mission. While official statements indicate that later Apollo missions were abandoned due to stringent budget constraints and proposals being discarded entirely, amateur researchers posit an alternative theory. They propose that rather than scrapping these missions, NASA clandestinely returned to the lunar surface without public knowledge, driven by the objective of retrieving an enigmatic, unidentified spacecraft. This hypothesis has prompted a deeper exploration into the possibility of covert lunar expeditions conducted by NASA post the publicly acknowledged Apollo missions. Before we proceed, it is crucial to acknowledge the official stance from NASA and other authorities, who contend that the alleged mission referenced here never occurred. According to these officials, the mission was merely a product of speculation that arose when people delved too deeply into the reasons behind its cancellation. The explanation provided by NASA is simple. Budget constraints rendered the future mission financially unsustainable. However, despite these assertions, amateur researchers persist in suggesting a different narrative. Their argument revolves around encounters with unidentified flying objects during several Apollo missions, positing that such encounters prompted NASA's interest in exploring the region further. It is important to note that these claims are not fabricated. Numerous astronauts throughout the years have come forward with their own first-hand accounts of witnessing unidentified objects. Interestingly, when asked about these encounters years later, many of these astronauts display a hesitancy to comment and often attribute their experiences to natural phenomena, raising suspicions that they might have been instructed not to disclose what they had witnessed. This behavior has prompted speculation among some observers, who propose the idea that these astronauts were specifically instructed to withhold information regarding their encounters. In recent times, there has been a growing fascination with the enigmatic and unexplored portion of the Moon known as the dark side. This frequently used term denotes the fact that the Moon consistently presents the same physical hemisphere to the Earth, resulting in the existence of a perpetually concealed side. However, this concealed side has become the subject of numerous conjectures, many of which propose the presence of bases or other intriguing phenomena. One intriguing theory posits that humans have established substantial outposts on this lunar territory, strategically choosing this location due to its perpetual obfuscation from Earth's view. This strategic positioning allows them to clandestinely engage in activities without the fear of detection or interference. Uncovering the secrets hidden within the dark side of the Moon has become a riveting pursuit, captivating the imagination of both scientists and enthusiasts alike. Researchers have been captivated by a clandestine undertaking involving the retrieval of enigmatic vessels. This mission purportedly succeeded in locating these enigmatic crafts, uncovering not only their existence, but also unearthing ancient cities that have seemingly stood for millennia. While this hypothesis may hold true, it hasn't deterred individuals from delving into the study of this intriguing phenomenon. One noteworthy figure, formerly in charge of a covert government program tasked with investigating unidentified flying objects, has recently come forward with astounding assertions. They have divulged to various media outlets that the existence of extraterrestrial life cannot be discounted. Moreover, they have revealed that millions of dollars have been allocated towards the exploration of unconventional technologies associated with these enigmatic aerial occurrences, commonly known as unidentified aerial phenomena. The media frenzy surrounding these revelations has captured the attention of people worldwide, given that individuals have been reporting encounters with inexplicable luminous objects in the sky for the past 8 decades. It is essential to bear in mind that an unidentified object is merely an object that someone cannot identify in the given moment. Naturally, the possibility of Earth being visited by another form of life instills excitement in some individuals. Notably, some argue that if one is inclined to believe reports of unidentified objects, it would be prudent to place trust in the accounts provided by those who have actually ventured into space. A roster of esteemed astronauts, including Edgar Mitchell, Cady Coleman, and Dr. Brian O'Leary, have publicly acknowledged witnessing UFOs. Additionally, Buzz Aldrin has recounted his own encounter during the Apollo 11 mission when they espied an object soaring alongside their spacecraft. Initially, they assumed it was the final stage of the detached rocket until mission control confirmed that it was a staggering 6,000 miles away from them. This multifaceted and thorough exploration of the UFO phenomenon is driven by the objective of enriching our understanding of these perplexing sightings. While naysayers may abound, the revelations from seasoned experts and the continuous research efforts contribute to a comprehensive and neutral assessment of these otherworldly encounters. Former NASA astronaut Dr. Brian O'Leary has stated that there exists a substantial body of evidence suggesting that we have been in contact with advanced civilizations for an extended period of time. These encounters defy our conventional understanding from a materialistic Western perspective, presenting a distinctly perplexing and unconventional nature. Moreover, these visitors employ advanced consciousness-based technologies such as toroids and co-rotating magnetic disks as propulsion systems, which appear to be a fundamental characteristic of the UFO phenomenon. This remarkable assertion by Dr. Brian O'Leary posits that numerous instances of contact with extraterrestrial civilizations have taken place throughout history, challenging the conventions of our traditional worldview. The evidence supporting these claims is extensive, pointing towards a reality that transcends our familiar realms of perception. For decades, the International Space Station has been a symbol of international cooperation in space exploration. Orbiting the Earth at an altitude of approximately 400 kilometers, the space station serves as a hub for scientific research and experiments. However, it has also gained attention for another, more mysterious reason: the frequent sightings of unidentified flying objects near the International Space Station. While skeptics often dismiss these sightings as mere anomalies or space debris, there is a growing body of evidence suggesting that some of these unidentified objects could indeed be connected to extraterrestrial beings. One compelling reason for unidentified objects to appear near the space station is scientific curiosity. Just as humans have a fascination with exploring other worlds and celestial bodies, it is not unreasonable to assume that advanced civilizations may share the same curiosity about our planet and space endeavors. If aliens exist and have advanced technology, they may be observing the space station to gain insights into our technology, biology, and the progress of our civilization. The International Space Station, with its continuous human presence and advanced scientific equipment, presents a unique opportunity for extraterrestrial observers to study us. From an alien perspective, monitoring human activities in space, particularly near the space station, may be essential for assessing our technological advancements and potential threats. If advanced beings are real and genuinely concerned about the welfare of the universe, they might be keeping a close eye on Earth's space activities to ensure that we do not pose a threat to other cosmic civilizations. By observing our presence near the space station, they can gauge our intentions and capabilities in space, potentially intervening if necessary to prevent any destructive consequences. The sightings of unidentified objects near the space station may also be indicative of extraterrestrial interest in establishing contact or collaboration with humanity. If aliens are real and genuinely benevolent, they might be seeking peaceful interactions with us, and the space station, as a symbol of international cooperation in space, could be a logical point of contact. These sightings may represent their efforts to communicate or establish a peaceful relationship, possibly sharing knowledge, technology, or insights about the universe. Another plausible reason for unidentified objects near the space station could be resource exploration. If advanced civilizations exist, they may have identified valuable resources on Earth or in our immediate vicinity. The space station, as a human outpost in space, might be strategically located for resource assessment and extraction. These unidentified object sightings could be indicative of their attempts to scout and evaluate the potential benefits of such resources, all while remaining discreet to avoid interference from humans. Earth, with its abundant life and diverse ecosystems, may be a rare and valuable gem in the cosmic neighborhood. Advanced beings, if they exist, could be drawn to our planet's unique attributes. They might be studying the space station as part of a broader effort to understand the conditions that support life on Earth and the factors that contribute to its sustainability. By observing the space station, they can gather data on our planet's atmosphere, climate, and biological systems, all of which may be of great interest to them. Some sightings near the space station could represent accidental encounters between extraterrestrial spacecraft and the space station, and just as space missions require careful navigation and coordination to avoid collisions with other objects in orbit, advanced spacecraft may occasionally come into close proximity to the space station by accident. These sightings may be the result of unintentional encounters, with aliens quickly maneuvering their craft away to avoid any collisions or disturbances. If advanced beings are real and genuinely advanced, they may possess the ability to cloak or camouflage their spacecraft, rendering them invisible to human detection most of the time. The sightings near the spacecraft might be instances where their cloaking technology momentarily fails or becomes less effective, allowing us to catch a glimpse of their presence. This would explain why such sightings are relatively rare and often dismissed as anomalies. Buzz Aldrin is best known for being one of the first two humans to walk on the Moon during the Apollo 11 mission in 1969. Along with Neil Armstrong, Aldrin landed on the lunar surface and spent about 2.5 hours outside the spacecraft, conducting experiments and collecting samples of the Moon's surface. Aldrin was also the first person to take a selfie in space, and he played a significant role in the development of space exploration and technology. After leaving NASA, Aldrin became an advocate for human missions to Mars and has been actively involved in the space industry, working on concepts such as reusable spacecraft and space tourism. Interestingly, back in 2009, Buzz talked in an interview about space exploration and said that a new mission into space will reignite the public's interest. However, at the end of the interview, he detailed that there's a monolith on the surface of Phobos and said that we should go and investigate it. He said the following: "Visit the moon of Mars. There's a monolith there, a very unusual structure on this little potato object that goes around Mars once in 7 hours." End quote. The Phobos Monolith is an object that has been proposed to exist on the surface of Phobos, which is one of the 2 small moons of Mars. The idea of a monolith on Phobos gained attention in the 1970s when the moon was first photographed up close by the Viking 1 and 2 spacecraft. The monolith was initially suggested to be a large artificial object, possibly created by an extraterrestrial civilization. However, subsequent high-resolution images and closer observations by more advanced spacecraft have only caused more questions to arise. Today, most scientists believe that the Phobos monolith is simply a natural geological feature, such as a large boulder or a rock formation, that appears unusually smooth and rectangular in shape due to erosion and other processes on the moon's surface. However, without going there and conducting experiments, some are of the belief that the mysterious object was placed there on purpose, noting that nothing in the surrounding area matches the strange object. The Phobos monolith mystery is amplified by the fact that Phobos is completely barren. Whilst Mars has an atmosphere and a weather system, Phobos sits silently in space, with its solitary monolith pointing up towards the heavens. What's more is that Phobos is tiny, compared to the grand scale of the universe, making the sight of something so massive atop of a small celestial body even more creepy. The effects of erosion are common for strange discoveries on other planets. Mars itself has been the subject of many strange discoveries, such as the Mars face, the Mars pyramid, and even the levitating spoon. These rock formations are usually a result of our perspective from Earth, as well as millions of years of rock degradation. While interesting to many, Phobos has yet to receive any significant research or space exploration. Optech and the Mars Institute have proposed that the site of the monolith be investigated. This mission is referred to as PRIME, fully known as the Phobos Reconnaissance and International Mars Exploration. The proposed mission would see a lander touchdown on the surface of the lonely moon to take samples of the moon's geology. Currently, the prime mission is not set to go ahead, and talks of funding are next to non-existent. In fact, when Aldrin discussed the idea of sending a mission to Phobos, he said the following: "When people find out about that, they are going to say, 'Who put that there?'" End quote.
Cryo Volcanoes on Ceres. In the main asteroid belt that sits between Mars and Jupiter lies Ceres, the largest of the asteroids. Ceres, first discovered in 1801 by Giuseppe Piazzi, was originally classified as a planet. This was until other large objects were discovered in the same neighbourhood as Ceres. Astrologists at the time realised they were looking at a new type of object in space, so the term asteroid, meaning star-like, was first coined to describe these new objects. In the 1860s, it was widely accepted that these large asteroids had major differences to the planets we know, but a specific definition of planet was never formulated. At the 2006 Pluto debate, it was discussed the specific criteria that had to be met in order for an object to be considered a planet. Had it not been for a modification to this criteria stating the planet must have cleared the neighbourhood around its orbit, Ceres would today be the fifth planet from the Sun. Obviously, due to the asteroid belt it lies within, Ceres is not classified as a planet but a dwarf planet and an asteroid simultaneously. Now, whilst the controversy surrounding Ceres' classification is certainly interesting, that's not what we're going to discuss today. Ceres itself is home to something much more fascinating. Since early 2015, NASA's Dawn spacecraft has orbited the icy world of Ceres, examining its surface closely. It wasn't until quite a few months had passed that the Dawn would observe something so fascinating but so bizarre at the same time. It was a 13,000-foot tall mound closely resembling what we know as a volcano. Scientists named it Ahuna Mons. In 2016, it was confirmed that Ahuna Mons was indeed a volcano, but not your average volcano, a cryovolcano. A cryovolcano is, as you can imagine, a volcano, but with a twist. Instead of releasing molten rock or lava like the volcanoes we have on Earth, a cryovolcano erupts water, methane or ammonia. The water and other gases released often turn into a solid form once exposed to the low temperature surrounding the volcano, hence the more colloquial name ice volcanoes. These eruptions are referred to as cryomagma or cryolava. During eruption, they are liquid but are also released as a vapor. Cryovolcanoes are thought to be able to form on moons and asteroids that used to have an abundance of water. The reason Ahuna Mons erupts water and other substances rather than magma is simple. The temperatures on Ceres are simply too cold to melt rock, but warm enough that ice can melt. Ahuna Mons was only able to be understood more when scientists examined mineral salt, likely the product of a cryovolcanic eruption, inside the Okator crater found it had origins in Ahuna Mons, which in turn relates both fascinating natural structures. The Okator crater is 57 miles across and as deep as Ahuna Mons is high. The large impact that tore the giant Okator crater into the surface of the dwarf planet must have originally started everything and triggered the later cryovolcanic activity, says Andreas Nathus, framing camera lead investigator for Max Planck. After this event, rock around the planet reshuffled and moved up towards the surface. The change in pressure allowed water and dissolved gases to escape that would eventually form a volcano. It's also suggested that many smaller explosions around the dwarf planet caused the cryovolcanism rather than one major event. Cryovolcanism isn't exclusive to Ceres though, as it has been spotted on Enceladus, one of Saturn's moons, Europa, a moon of Jupiter, and Triton, Neptune's largest moon. Cryovolcanoes are a fascinating insight into the wonders of the universe and things we couldn't even imagine being possible. Space tourism company to launch commercial flights to the stratosphere by 2024. Travelling to space, a concept that, until recently, was nothing more than a wishful fantasy straight out of a sci-fi novel or TV show. Well, now Worldview Enterprises has entered the scene, and they are planning on revolutionizing the spaceflight industry to make space flights accessible to a wider range of people. Worldview Enterprises was established 10 years ago in Arizona and is now offering a journey into space by using rocketless balloons that will travel straight up into the stratosphere. A far cry from Bezos's Blue Origin flight, the Worldview Enterprises experience will be an interesting endeavor to be sure. The balloons will lift Voyagers 18 miles into the air. This is nowhere near as deep into space as the company's competitors offer. True space is said to begin at the Kármán line, 100 kilometers into space, though others argue it begins at 50 miles up. Blue Origin's flight can get you just above the Kármán line at 106 kilometers. The peak of the Worldview Enterprises flight might disappoint, but they are confident in their rocketless aviation, claiming it will be worth the once-in-a-lifetime experience. Clients will be able to witness the Earth's curve for the first time with their own eyes, as well as see the true darkness of space. CEO Ryan Hartman stated, "We're redefining space tourism. Lamentably, the tickets start at $50,000, hardly a cheap venture for those curious about participating in the journeys. The flights are said to be between 6 and 8 hours in length. Some journeys might last several days. The balloons are more accurately capsules that can hold up to 8 people at a time. The company is planning on operating 100 flights annually over various historically or culturally important landmarks that will supposedly last 5 days. Some such destinations include the Great Barrier Reef, the Giza Pyramids, and the wonders of the world, and the journeys are allegedly going to be smooth and gentle. Worldview Enterprises argue that, unlike Blue Origin flights, which use rocket power and suffer G-force, their balloon alternatives will allow people of all sizes and ages to traverse space. When asked about whether the Worldview Enterprise space travel is a joyride, CEO Ryan Hartman refuted it, saying it's much bigger and more important than most people realize. Hartman claimed he wishes to turn space travel into a commodity for all sorts of people from all walks of life, for families, for couples, for cosmos-loving individuals. Hartman believes that space is the future of the travel industry. The very first flight has already been entirely sold out by Space for Humanity, a non-profit organization that is offering the purchased tickets to anyone who wishes to participate but is unable to afford the relatively expensive tickets themselves. The first flight will begin in Arizona, near to the Grand Canyon. However, the company are hopeful that they might be able to add other landmarks to that list soon after they can prove how the world should invest in their idea. It's truly remarkable that science and technology has developed so far that we can access heaps of information about the stars, planets, and galaxies, even though we cannot physically reach most of them. Although it can be overwhelming to know just how much exists out there, the more you learn and understand, the easier it is to grasp. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, are 3 new astronomical discoveries that have offered great insight into the workings of the world and beyond. NASA telescope finds a Milky Way Twin 9 billion light-years away. We all have theories of what might happen if people could successfully time travel and go back in time. While it's not yet possible to return to the past in its more direct sense, historically speaking, looking at stars can sometimes give scientists and researchers insight into the early history of many different astronomical phenomena. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope recently discovered a galaxy that has a significant and notable resemblance to our own. This is huge because it gives researchers and scientists a lot of insight and information about what the galaxy must have looked like and various traits it might have sustained in its infancy. The galaxy, referred to as the Milky Way's twin or mirror image, is nicknamed the Sparkler, owing to the fact that there are about 24 glittering globular clusters orbiting around it. There are also a few dwarf galaxies nearby that are essentially swallowed up by this twin galaxy because it's so large in comparison. This finding is already adding to the existing research and information that we have about our galaxy. The JWSP was able to show what the Sparkler looked like when the entire universe was only 4 billion years old. What this implies is that the Sparkler, much like the Milky Way, must have started developing and forming quite early in cosmic history. Not only that, but if it continues in the same growth pattern and path as the Milky Way, through galaxy acquisitions and mergers,
then in about 9 billion years, it will likely look just like the Milky Way. The sparkler is in the direction of the constellation Volans, in the sky of the southern hemisphere. It's quite far from us at about 9 billion light-years away, meaning it must have come into existence a few billion years after the Big Bang. Like the Milky Way, it did not just appear into being. It formed, developed, and grew. Both galaxies began as what is called overdensities of matter, a gathering of substances like neutral hydrogen clouds. These particles were attracted to each other due to strong gravitational pulls, creating blobs and clumps, some of which remained separate as clusters of stars. The Milky Way, and quite possibly the sparkler, then went through a period of acquisition and merging, during which it cannibalized on surrounding dwarf galaxies, thereby adding to its own size and makeup. This is a big evolutionary step in our own galaxy, because scientists think that at least half of the Milky Way's mass came from these mergers. While it's not known for certain whether the sparkler will definitely follow the same evolutionary growth as the Milky Way, the JWST seems to indicate that there is a high probability that it will. The mystery Smudges on Saturn's rings. Spoke season refers to a period of time during the Saturnian year, around the equinoxes, when mystery smudges appear on the planet's rings. These smudge marks are roughly shaped like the spokes of a wheel. Scientists and researchers have no idea what causes them or why they appear. Saturn's spoke smudges were initially discovered in images from the two Voyager probes back in 1980 and 1981. These temporary streaks could not be attributed to shadows because they followed the rings around in their orbit, staying in the same spot. Another characteristic of these spokes was found to be that they appeared darker from above and even sometimes disappearing altogether. From below they seemed to be bright. The spokes appear usually during Saturn's spring and autumn for an 8-year period centered around the equinox and disappear during the summer and winter, which correlates to the solstice. A recent re-emergence of these spoke smudges means there is once again a chance to observe and find more information about them. This resurgence, combined with the constantly advancing and improving scientific technology, is a great opportunity to study these smudges in detail. The space bubble hiding inside dust clouds. Space is so enormous that even if researchers worked to identify everything within its bounds, there probably would be no end to what they could find. Not only are there countless galaxies, stars, meteors, planets, asteroids, and so many other identifiable elements, but there is so much that we do not know, that remains unidentified as of yet. The most recent example of this is what astronomers found located deep within the heart of a thick cloud of gas and dust located more than 450 light-years away. This bubble was previously unseen because it was hidden within the dust clouds and exists within a stellar nursery called Barnard 18. It's thought to have been caused by the gas surrounding two stars as they formed and developed within the clouds. This is just the second time that such a discovery has been made. It's a significant finding because it offers researchers and astronomers a way to study how star growth affects its surrounding environment. The bubble has been associated with what is referred to as the outflow, associated with an emerging star. This is an ejection of material that happens as a star goes through various stages of development and growth. Star formation is a complicated process. It begins with cold, dense clouds containing dust and various gases, including hydrogen. As these materials gather, there is an increase in pressure and gravitational force, causing it to collapse in on itself. It swirls, pulling in even more materials from the fog within its vicinity. This continues until it reaches a point where it has so much mass that the pressure and heat generate the hydrogen that makes up the core of all stars. The outflow is the result of the baby star accumulating mass, lashing out at the space around it, pulling materials in. The fact is that not all of those materials end up as part of the star. Rather, some accelerate and are thrown towards the poles and launched into space as astrophysical jets. The winds that occur while this is going on can often create voids in the clouds that the stars are born in. These outflows, also called feedback, seem to play a significant role in cutting off the growth of stars, and also the evolution of the interstellar medium, also known as the gas and dust that drifts around in the space between stars. In order to get a better look into the clouds and the bubble within, a team of astronomers led by Yang Duan and Di Li of National Astronomical Observatories of the Chinese Academy of Sciences decided to switch to radio wavelengths. That is how they found the bubble structure within Barnard 18. It was identified by astronomers as a Herbig-Haro object called HH319. These are caused by protostellar jets that blast away from source stars at extremely high speeds, crashing into the molecular clouds and causing them to glow. This offered clues as to the origin of the object, though there could be many factors that could indicate a specific origin. Researchers were able to trace the source back to a pair of T-Tauri stars, and were able to estimate that activity from these two stars almost 70,000 years ago must have started carving out the giant bubble that exists there now. But what are your thoughts on these discoveries? Be sure to let us know in the comment section below and help us grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.